My son Nick is a wonderful actor. He has offered to do a reading of Beyond Belief for us today.
They ran until they reached Le Grand Mosque de Paris, a gleaming white building that stretched along Rue Lynn and around the corner towards Jardin des Plantes. It had a tower so tall it seemed to touch the clouds. The Paris sky behind it was bluer than Reuben remembered. He squinted, his eyes unaccustomed to the daylight. He huddled with Mama in front of the grand entrance, sticky with sweat that made his shirt cling. Mama flexed her shoulders and straightened her back. Sweat trickled down her face too and made dark patches on her dress. Reuben saw them when she lifted her right arm, clenched her fist and rapped on the carved wooden door. Her knock sounded small. She knocked again, louder this time. She seemed determined and calm, but her fingers in Reuben's were slippery. Nobody came. The huge walls rose above them, as white as sun-bleached bones. It was bright, too bright. In the cellar, Reuben had learned to find comfort in the darkness, in not seeing and not being seen. As Reuben and Mama clung to each other, a bus sped past, a roaring green monster, its belly bulging with people. For now, the monster's appetite seemed appeased. The driver, intent on his destination, didn't appear to notice or care about the mother and son cringing in the shadows of the mosque. Another bus drove by, and another, then a truck and 3 cars heading toward the Eiffel Tower. Mama knocked again, harder this time. Reuben willed the mosque door to open. He wasn't sure anymore that the distant sound of dogs was real. Nothing seemed real. Everything had happened so fast. "Why can't I go with you and Papa to look for Rosa?" he asked. Mama bit her lip. In her last letter, Rosa said it must be done this way. The people of the mosque will keep you safe until you can be sent for. Mama turned her head. Rosa had been to university, but it didn't make her an expert on everything. What if she were wrong? Reuben grabbed Mama's hand. He wished Papa were here. He would have done one of his big shrugs, laid his hand on Reuben's shoulder calmly, and said in his slow, deep voice, "Fear is something you must not give in to. It is only as big as you allow it to grow." But Papa had gone to find Pierre, and Reuben's knees would not stop shaking. He willed the mosque door to open. His heart thumped almost as loud as the traffic that bumped and lurched on the cobbles of the Place du Puy de l'Ermite. Suddenly, Reuben's skin prickled and panic flooded through him. Fear curled icy fingers around his heart. Mama's hand squeezed even tighter. She had heard it too. The squeal of brakes, the cutting of an engine. One of the buses had stopped.